Many see defending world champion Max Verstappen as a reserved and closed-off person, but as a championship contender, someone who needs to be ruthless. Max has now spoken to the Daily Mail about his relationship with a specific driver on the grid. I'm your host, Dillon Shelley, and first up on Formula World, Max Verstappen reveals who his best friend on the grid is. Max started off by divulging who his best friend on the grid is. I get on really well with Lando because he is just himself and normal. He is my best friend on the grid. He then recalled their go-karting career. He loves what he is doing. I could see clearly from years ago in karting that he was very quick, though we never raced against each other. Everything just came to him really naturally as a driver. Good performances were not just one-offs or hit and miss. He was always up at the front. He signed off by highlighting how Lando has grown over the years. Lando can be a little shy, but he is a super nice guy, and you can see from year one to now how he has grown as a person. That helps his performance because he has more confidence in himself. Fast feed. Haas team principal Gunther Steiner explained that dealing with a Schumacher is not easy, as you can imagine. Mick was grown up about it. He wasn't happy. I would say he saw the writing on the wall. He's a clever kid. He had 2 years. We didn't get where we wanted to, and I had to make some changes. You cannot beat up a dead horse. Red Bull advisor Helmut Marko suggested that the World Championship title is out of reach for Mercedes. Their concept doesn't have one problem, but several. The solution didn't come over the winter either. You can't design 2 or 3 cars. If a completely new car comes along now, it will be difficult with the financial limits. Retired F1 driver Mark Webber feels that Fernando Alonso obviously has the possibility to stay longer than these 2 years. Never rule out Fernando still driving at 44. The podium is definitely special, but we must not forget that Red Bull drove completely on cruise control. Retired world champion Jenson Button believes that it's not a walk in the park for Red Bull and Max. I still think we're going to have some very, very close fights. Alpine CEO Laurent Rossi clarified that he's always said Esteban Ocon is at least a very good second driver. When I say that, it's like there's no 1 and 2 at Ferrari or Mercedes, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people think there's a 2. And I think Esteban would be one of those 2, whichever person you would pick in both those teams. And for Haas driver Nico Hülkenberg, there were weeks when it was harder to stand on the sidelines and watch drivers go out of the garage. Would you like to see Lando Norris and Max Verstappen become teammates? Head over to my community page to vote in the poll and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you like this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my others for all the latest in the world of Formula 1.